Generic greetings and welcome to Instruments of Destruction. Today's beverage is a delicious strawberry oat milk milkshake. Now, would you say strawberry oat milk milkshake or strawberry oat milkshake? I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. Either way, welcome to Instruments of Destruction. This is essentially a physics-based sandbox puzzle game where you have to create a vehicle in order to do some stuff, normally involving destruction, because the main selling point is the physics and the destruction, where, as you can see, you can blow everything to hell. Whoops, you wouldn't be able to see that if I actually didn't click play there. But yeah, you can see there's bits flying absolutely everywhere. Now, I have played this game and displayed it in the past when it was a sort of preview demo form, and I quite enjoyed it, but didn't play a huge amount of it. It is out either very soon or it's out now, depending on when you're watching this, 2nd of March 2020. I should point out that I've had access to this build, which is a preview build of the early access release, for a couple of weeks now. It's not a sponsored video, but I just want to make it clear that I have been able to play it for quite some time. Now, I'm going to jump in and show you a little bit of the game, probably the first 3 levels or so. Obviously, with being early access, you can expect some issues, some problems, and obviously stuff missing. So you've got the Celestial Islands here, which has, I believe, 10 levels in total. And I haven't obviously completed all of them. In fact, I've only done the first 3, but there you are. Anyway, over to Draco, which is our first island here. You have a normal mode, challenge mode, or expert mode. But I'm going to go to the normal mode here, and we will jump in. So the objectives are to destroy the tower. The bonus objective is less than 10% of the ruins destroyed, and the build requirements are 20,000 maximum budget. So let's just click build and we'll see what we can get on with. Now, you can straight away here, we've got this sort of cab in the center. This is where we build off, and you build by connecting stuff up to these points here. So you can select the type of thing on the bottom, so you can say, let's have like a beam that'll attach to the bottom or the back, etc. Each one of these has obviously a certain size and cost and also weight, so you have to account for that when you're building your vehicle. And yeah, you need to build something in order to complete the objective, which is to destroy that tower there. We also have to avoid these ruins, and there's some of the ones over there. I really do think that this game would benefit from a flyby mode at the start. So when you go into the game, it's sort of a helicopter flyby mode, and it will show you the entire island, because at the moment, although I have played this before, so I know what's over there, other ones, it's impossible to know what's there, and I don't know whether that's a deliberate design decision, so you have to make something then realize you can't do it. But I would much prefer to get, like, say, a flyby mode or a free cam mode to have a look around. If there's one in, and then I will obviously edit it in the comments to denote that that is in the game. Anyway, over to building. We have to destroy that tower there. Now, my first instinct was to build a vehicle to drive around and go all the way up there and across, and obviously across these bridges, which means we have to account for the width of that. But we also have access to some powered pivots and swivels, as well as all of these wrecking balls, and mainly cannons and charge launchers. So I'm just going to make a vehicle that has a charge launcher on, and I'm just going to send some bombs over there, and we pretty much don't have to move from our current location. So let's do just that. I'm going to go from this point here, and I'm going to place probably a 5-way shield, which will have a flat bottom, but then we've got these connectors on either side, which is fine. I'm going to go probably forward 1, 2 like that, and then put on I probably want another 5-way, but can I rotate it is the question. I can probably do that. Yeah, this is where we have to rotate it to get it in the right orientation, which is definitely not that. Hang on, I just have to get it on the right angle there, and there we go. So, takes a little bit of messing using the buttons on the top right, but we got there in the end, and yeah, nice flat bottom there to not foul on any terrain. Speaking of fouling on any terrain, I want to probably go ahead and put in some sort of... do we have suspension in the game? I think we do. Yeah, side suspension is there, but that's... yeah, not ideal. Where if we place it there, it might not be ideal. Do I want to place it there? My original intention was to maybe place that there, rotate it round, and then place another one in. Oh, hang on, there, and then in there, and that'll be the clearance that we have, and then put suspension in it. But do we need to do that? How much would that cost me? Each one of those costs 150. So if I put on the mirroring mode, which will allow me to, as you may imagine, mirror this thing. So we're talking 300 Yeah, 6. It's going to be like a grand and a bit. So, I mean, we could do that. Let me just see. Let's see how we get on. So we're up to 3,350 generic units of currency. Obviously, suspension is going to go on there as well. You can alter the suspension strength, but I think what we've got on there is fine. You've also got some treads, so we can put. Oh, we can actually put tracks on it instead of wheels. My original intention was to put wheels on. Let me just click start here and we'll see if this functions. It's extremely wide, but it is capable of getting to where it needs to go. Yeah, and you can see we're actually flattening all of the grass as well behind us. See, there's just a big flat section as we're driving along here. Okay, can confirm it does not like turning. It does not like turning at all. Let me just go to revise this, and I am going to probably delete these. Maybe try some wheels. We've got some powered large wheels, which will go on actually the front, I think. Yes, that's fine. And then I want a... where is it? I want a steering large wheel on the back. Let's see if that works now. And the reason I'm putting it on the back is because when we're going uphill, I would just much prefer to... Oh, good grief. It's... Oh, how weird. Hang on. So these... Are these driven? Because when I'm pressing left, it's actually turning. I don't know if you're noticing that. Let me try something out. If I get rid of those and just put in the powered large wheel, would that function exactly like we've just seen there? So will it... yes, it does actually turn like that. So we don't actually need the steering wheels. The big difference is that we have to stop to turn. So I'm... Actually, no, I don't. I can hold left-hand side there. Ooh, yeah, right, well, that's a bonus objective destroyed. Okay, so that works. We know that that functions. So let's go ahead. We need to place a charge launcher. The problem with that is I need a way to rotate it, so I need a powered swivel, which will go on the top there, which is fine, followed by a powered pivot, which will go on there, and, well, quite frankly, that should do. We just need to put the charge launcher on the top, and that should be fine. The charge launcher, I think you only get a certain amount of charges based on your spare money. So we're on 17,850, and each charge from the bomb is 1,000. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now, the problem we have at the moment is that both this rotation thing here and this one, it uses the same controls. So it uses left and right. Okay, so we need to alter this one so it's set up and down. So I'm going to go to advanced mode, and then I'm going to assign it to that set there. This is interesting. So I really like that you've got these very quick. You can just go to the advanced mode, and you've got these just sets of controls, which is brilliant. It means you can just go, oh, actually it's going to be Y and H or G and F. You don't have to individually set it. But then you can also just remap it as well, which is pretty good. I always go back to the sort of Gary's mod level where you literally just click in there and then you just press a button. So it's like remapping a controller, which I actually think is a much quicker way of doing it, but it's all down to personal preference. Anyway, I'm going to head over to here. I'm just getting a little bit closer, and I mean, realistically, we probably don't need the pivot, do we? Well, we could probably get away without it. So let's just aim that up and fire. There goes the charge, and boom! It's managed to hit this bridge connector strut and take that out. Let me just fire another charge, and perfect. Absolutely perfect. Destroy the tower is now complete. Tower comes down, and that was a lot more effective than it had any right to be. We have destroyed the tower. We have less than 10% ruins. We have 0% ruins destruction, and it doesn't say we need to destroy the bridge, which is fine. So that is it completed. So we have a score, which is a new best efficiency. We have destroyed the tower. We have got the bonus objective, and we are in the maximum budget. Let me go to island selection, and we're going to go to island number 2. Which is going to have, obviously, a different set of objectives. The objective is to reach the marker, and then we also have to collect 25 crystals. So you can see in the back here, this is our island. I mean, you can scroll out, but you can see it goes all hazy and stuff. It would be nice if it was just a flyby to see what we have going, and it shows you where we start and where the end objective is. But anyway, we're just going to go to build, and, well, I guess there's no reason why we can't just press start and see how we get on. So let's go ahead. See, when you crunch down, you like break all the ground around you. This isn't voxel based, because I know a lot of people, when I played the game last time, compared this. Okay, we don't have a Shremek, so this could be a bit of a problem. No self-writing mechanism, but we do have the ability to press space and restart. Yeah, so But we're comparing this to like teardown and such, which obviously that's a voxel base. Well, this ain't. I know that these trees here are the bane of my existence on any map. They just don't seem to break, and when they do, they just get stuck. So yeah, you have to be cautious of that one. So the objective is to, like I say, reach the marker, which I know the marker is over there because I've played it before. But we also need to collect crystals. So you notice that there's like crystals hanging around here. So there's a crystal there on the right, and I'm going to try and get over there. Now, because this thing is a little bit wide, I'm not able to get through here. So let me just see if I can get through. It's not working. I'm about to break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a charge over there and just blow up part of the buildings, which seem to work out pretty fine. There we go. I'm going to crash through this crystal, and the reason I went that way, strangely, I managed to blow up that building without blowing up the red barrel. One of the most annoying things in the game is these cables, because they will happily wrap around all of your vehicle, and it is an absolute nightmare. Over to here, we need to collect some more crystals. I think each crystal we destroy, we gain. How much do we gain? I think it's 6 crystals, which means 25 crystals. Oh no, we've got up to 18 crystals there. Oh yeah, so 6 each. So even though I get to here, I still need some more crystals. So technically, here I have completed the main objective. However, there's crystals there and crystals over there. Now, the one to the left, that shouldn't be a problem. Let me just launch over there. Boom. Didn't actually destroy the crystal. Why did it not? It's not destroying the crystal. Okay, that's annoying. I'm going to restart the island. And what I'm going to do instead is get rid of that charge launcher. And instead, I'm going to put a cannon. Because I know a cannon will work that way. And we'll have loads of charges. How many charges do we have? We have charges. 314 charges. Okay, let me just put the cannon down. And just launch the cannon at all of this bit of terrain here and all the foliage. And I think I've just got some... Have I just got some crystals? I've just got some crystals somehow, but I think I'm still going to roll over because of those horrible trees! Yeah, they're really, really infuriating. I guess I could put a saw blade on the front. Oh, there we go. Skills to pay the bills. Right, so managed to get over here. Yeah, those trees are really annoying. You could put a saw blade on. That might give us some sort of benefit here. Let me just take out that and fire over here. And, you know, so I managed to get the crystals over there as well. I have no idea where the other crystals came from. I'm also hearing like stuff get destroyed and like this screen shake as we're going over here. Is that another crystal there? Yeah, there's a crystal there. So it says I've collected 11 crystals. So I don't know where the other crystals are. How interesting. They must have fallen in the water or something. Can I just take out this crystal with this one? Let me just make sure I can. Perfect. That's great. So we should collect all of those crystals automatically. No! No, so we have to be close to them. Well, there's no point in continuing, is there really? We're going to have to restart this map already. But what I'll do is I'll see if I can get the one over there. So we've reached the marker, so I'm going to turn the cannon. I'm going to give it some elevation and fire a ranging shot in there. Note, this does have recoil, and apparently that ranging shot went in low Earth orbit to chat with the Hubble Space Telescope. That's, actually a bit more of a flat trajectory here, and that should be fine. That just missed. That just missed as well, and that should hit fine. There's the ranging shot, and there's all of the crystals there. So we got those crystals, but for some reason we're still on 18, and the only way to get this one is to probably just send it, and there we go. There's all that one collected, and we're on to 23 crystals. So, yeah, that is, I think... Well, I know it's very possible. We just need to be a bit closer here. So I'm just going to drive forward, just destroy all of those trees. Like I say, I may end up putting a saw blade on the front, but yeah, that also, it seems to remove them from the ground, but you still have to negotiate them, and it's just a bit of a nightmare. So I'm just going to crash into them, knowing that we'll get all of them, which we have done there, which is perfect. A couple of shots down here just to destroy this, but actually we don't have the gun depression in order to get down there, so fine. And that's a big explosion. That was me going into a barrel. At least that demonstrates, as a nice segue, that your vehicle doesn't blow up. At least in my experience, anyway. There might be at some point in the future things that can damage your vehicle, but it doesn't seem to have that. Let me just, like I say, just gently nudge that crystal there, and we're already on to, it should be 18 crystals. Yeah, we're fine now. So assuming these other ones are going to be okay, then this should be a very decent complete. Obviously, the whole point in the game is to make a vehicle to accomplish the objective in the way you think it should be completed, and there's no right or wrong way. I guess the right way is you're having fun doing it and you have completed it. There is up to 22 crystals. This other one, I'm just going to point the gun forward, and as when I drive over, just fire, and job done. It says we need to reach the objective. It doesn't say we need to stay there, which means we now have 28 crystals. That is us completed. So collect 25. We actually got 28. Job done in new best efficiency. Let me go to island selection, and we'll check out number 3. So this one is 75 buildings destruction. So it's a 75% of buildings we have to knock down, destroy at least 5 explosive barrels, and we have a 25,000 maximum budget. Let's go to build then, and quite frankly, I think this would be easily capable of doing the job. However, I think I'm just going to edit it a little bit. I should point out as well, you can go to vehicles, and you can save your vehicle, and obviously there's loads of vehicle slots in here, and you can obviously save and load them from there. There's also showcase vehicles, which I think this may be locked to the preview, but I'm not too sure. And you can see there's loads of vehicles in here, like mini dumpers, chaos engine. That sounds weird. We've got like all manner of vehicles in here, and also a lot of the parts I'm showing you may have to unlock in the full game. So let's just demolish that. I'm going to go with a... Is there a 3-way section? Is there a 3-way section? 3-way T-split? No, I guess that would be fine. One of those. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then I want to put in one of those. Obviously, we've still got the mirroring mode on, which is acceptable. And then we're going to put on the top a cannon. And not 1 cannon, 3 cannon. See, the thing is, this actually doesn't do anything other than give me less cannonballs, because I get 25 cannonballs a shot. But what it does do is make it infinitely cooler when we start absolutely blasting away there. So yeah, that's our vehicle. It's pretty good. And what I'm going to do is just go and fire away. And we are currently upside down, aren't we? Okay, let me go back here. Let me see what I can do about that. So we kicked back up and over, so I need to do something about that. I'm going to use what's the best thing? There's big suspension, a locked connector, breakable connector, release connector. They're all good. This is a cable, so you've got a bungee base, cable base, rope base, and wire base, and you can connect stuff to it. What I'm needing really, I think, is maybe one of those to go... Hang on the back. Oops, I've just rotated that around. You have to place it first and then rotate it. That's one of the main takeaways. Place that there. Actually, would that be sufficient? No, delete those 2. Place another straight piece on the back. Then I want to go with that one to rotate it round, and then another one, and that should hopefully stop it tilting back. The big problem is that, well, that'll be dragging along the ground, but it doesn't matter because we are just here to... Oh yeah, it's still gonna kick back, isn't it? It is still gonna kick back. So we're gonna drive forward, and let's just start firing away there. So there's the first shot. At least it's not. Yeah, it's not going over. Yeah, so you can see it is kicking back, but it's not doing what it did previously. So let's just keep firing in there. We have still 70 odd shots remaining, and what I'm trying to do is find. I'm trying to find where the barrels are. Oh, there's a red barrel over there. Right, so let's fire against that then. Okay, that's not functioning as intended. Yeah, so in order to destroy the barrels, I'm going to have to ram into them. Okay, a bit of a change then. Let me go ahead and edit this. Delete all these like we... No, I mean, we did have those in there. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Instead, we're going to go with the charge launcher. That will give us... How many? It'll give us some more anyway. So let me just delete that and delete that. And then... Yeah, that should be right. I should point out as well, what's a very powerful feature is that, for example, if I click on this section here, I can move it down. Oh, sorry, if it's not connected. So if I delete that section there, I can then move down all of these parts that are connected. It means that you don't have to redo the entire thing. I think that's a really smart and powerful feature. Let me go ahead and just place that back in there. That is sufficient. And play. How many charges do we have? 7. That's not very good, but it's it's better than nothing. But what I'll do this time is I'll make sure that when we fire, we're firing near the explosive barrel, which means we'll get double bang for our buck. There you go. So there's the first charge. Second charge we're going to put right down the centre here. And nothing much happened. Let me fire again. Let's see where another charge might be. Over there, I think. Yeah, and there's the towers coming down. It says we've only destroyed one explosive barrel, and I've only got 3 charges left, which is a bit of a shame. So I have no idea where the other explosive barrel may happen to be. I'm going to guess it's in somewhere in here, and I'll find out by using some rudimentary exploring techniques, otherwise known as driving into things. And oh dearie me, so what's happened is I hit the explosive barrel and it's kicked us right up into the air like so. That is far from ideal, but can we complete the mission when we're upside down? I'm going to guess no, but I'm certainly going to try it. So I'm going to aim my cannon. I'm just going to have to reposition the camera. There's the charge launcher there, okay? I can... Hang on, can I use it to right ourselves? Can I use it to right ourselves like this? I mean, no, but it's looking cool. Oh, hang on! No, okay. I also just realised that the safe mode of storing this gun is that way, which ironically is facing our own cabin. I've got the elevation I need anyway, I think. So let's just yeet it over there. No, it did something first. So technically, we've completed the mission. 75% of buildings destroyed, but we didn't get the bonus objective. Let's just try and do the bonus objective. So, I think for the bonus objective, I'm going to give myself a bit of an extra helping hand and use that scoop on there. No, delete. I want to go down and then that way, and then I'm going to use... No, that's far too expensive. One of those. The problem is, it's not even protecting the wheels, so it's almost completely pointless. But not almost, not completely pointless, because you can see I can smash into there, and it's doing some damage. I have no idea whether or not that would be better just running into it with the wheels. It seems to stop fairly quickly, and the wheels do just as much damage, so I actually don't see much of a point in that. Let me just see if I can take this out, which it doesn't look like I can. Yeah, the wheels do more damage because they are turning. Anyway, let me just fire one over there, and that's going to take out that and all of those. So that's good. That's good. I'm just going to ram into the side of this building. There we go. So I don't need to use explosive charges to take this out. You notice there, right? Okay, so that's one of the big things to note there. I took that bit out, and it creaked and groaned and slowly fell over as basically it was all of the... let's see if I can replicate that there. You see, it's all arcing and sparking. Is yeah, all of the stressors and strains are transferred to different points and then recalculate, and then bang, there it goes. So that's pretty good to see. That's pretty good to see. I'm trying to stay away from this cable because it is horrible when it starts getting wrapped up in things. We've got an explosive barrel back there, which is fine, because what I can do is just aim my shot about there, and that's one explosive barrel gone. Then the other one I know is about there. Didn't get it. I'll fire another one. There we go. So we've got 75% of buildings destroyed, and more importantly, it's clear so we can continue on. And we've got another barrel down there. I'll have to lower that as much as I can. Maybe there. Absolutely perfect. And that was all of the explosive barrels. And we'll do one more there because we can. Perfect. Okay. And that is that completed. 75% of buildings destroyed. Complete. Bonus objectives of 5 explosive barrels complete. That's job done. And the build requirement is 25,000 maximum budget. That's all done as well. The best efficiency was actually 34.17. We haven't got that. Either way, that has been a bit of Instruments of Destruction. Overall, I'm quite enjoying it. Obviously, it is early access, so it's early days to point out more detailed stuff. I certainly would like a mode that either a free mode where we can look around the map, or at the start of it, it shows us where we need to go and what we need to do. because otherwise you're just sort of going around a bit blind and it's not ideal. There's also some physics junkiness, I can only say. Like, I made a machine similar to this, and something happened where the barrel on the cannon that I'd made started wobbling up and down, and that then dictated the direction of travel on this thing, and the whole thing just was wobbling absolutely all over the place. I've experienced that in many games with physics, and yeah, it just seems to be a common occurrence. But in something like this, it's it just. Yeah, I can't be having that. It really, I literally it was wobbling all over, and I couldn't use it, so I had to restart it. Very rare occurrence in my experience, but when it does happen, it is quite annoying. But overall, yeah, it's I'm enjoying it. It's bombastic, isn't it? That's the main takeaway. I do like the bonus objective as well. I think that adds an extra thing to it. Without those, yeah, it could be. Well, it'd be just a little bit blander. But either way, that's a very early first impressions of this preview build of the early access. So obviously take that as a pinch of salt. This is not a sponsored video, but as I said at the start of it, I have had access from the developer for a couple of weeks now as of the time of recording, so please just bear that in mind. Either way, if you like what you see, then by all means check the link out in the description. If you'd like to see more, by all means let me know. If you have any other comments, suggestions, etc., I would love to hear them. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.